name's Moren. I'm a senior. My major sports business. And I'll be graduating in the spring, which is pretty crazy. This last 4 years flew by.
And I'm Ilan Chmelnik. I'm also a senior. I'm in industrial engineering. A little about the business. It's called Enchanted Baby, and it's a way to help parents and babies get more sleep by strengthening the bond between them.
So, what was the inspiration behind your venture?
So when I was little, it was like a quick conversation with my mom. I think one time I was talking to her, she was mentioning how like when I was little I was a bad baby. Like how I would always wake up in the middle of the night, and the only way she could get me to fall back asleep is if she would be in the room there with me, like swaddling me or just being there. And that caused her to lose a lot of sleep. So we're trying to like create a way for parents to communicate that comfort to their babies without, if they're say like they're on a business trip or in another country, they could still strengthen that bond between them.
You kind of gave us a little bit about your why, but what was the reason or motivation for choosing the unconventional route of being an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I can speak for my end. So I'm originally from Wisconsin. So going from Wisconsin to here, obviously there was a lot of other choices that I could have gone to, but ASU was something I've always wanted to since middle school, mainly because they're a really good business school. And then once I got in and came here, I really just fell in love with like the entrepreneurship side of things. So I took, even though I'm sports business, I took a lot of entrepreneurship classes just because I really wanted to. And I think that really helped me want to become an entrepreneur. And then when my business partner Ilan asked me to join Venture Devils with him, it was definitely like a dream, kind of like a dream come true, because it was one step closer to what I wanted to accomplish.
What's your favorite thing about being an entrepreneur?
I really like how there's like the kind of, you said, like the unconventional way of coming up with solutions, of like accepting the solution presented to you, but also understanding that that's not the only solution. And I know for the first year, my professors would preach the entrepreneurial mindset and always say that that's like a big thing, and it never really clicked until like a few years later that it's starting to make sense how like you don't just accept an answer. It's more beneficial to ask why and figure out why that answer is correct, or maybe even like pave your own path.
What qualities do you think like the entrepreneurial mindset have, or every entrepreneur should have?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think we've both kind of like have different thoughts of this, but mine are definitely like teamwork. You need to be able to work well in a team with like each other, or like when you get employees, you need to be able to communicate with them. So also communication, and then this positivity. A lot of days they're not going to be easy, especially starting out. Like, we're not making profit right now, but we're still going to have to work basically for free until we get what we want and make that profit. I think ASU has really helped with that as well. Just learn like communication skills and teamwork skills, working in groups.
How has your process with like funding and fundraising been?
Yeah.
It's been like a journey. That's kind of how like the previous question you said, the qualities of being an entrepreneur. I think it's like crucial to know how to fail and how to like get back up, because it's like a guarantee that you're gonna fail, but the difference is that like you have to like just have like that resilience, keep going. So for demo day, I think we applied twice and we didn't make it the first two times, but then our like biggest quality that helped us get it the third time is that we took that like no and kind of figured out why we were denied and improve upon that, instead of like taking it personally and just saying like, oh, like, give up there.
Yeah, and just to add on, like we kind of use that as motivation.
Yeah.
We know we could prove like whoever said no to us wrong as long as we keep going. And I think that was like really something that like our qualities both like really helped push forward. And this last fall we were able to move to demo day and then win funding money too. So that was a huge step. So that's just hopefully one milestone of many.
What advice would you give to someone just starting off their business, now that you've kind of gone through that experience of like pitching and getting funding? And
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we both can say the same, but it's just do it. Like honestly,
Yeah.
And that's something that we still struggle with to this day, is like a prototype. It's not worth always just researching and trying to perfect it at that time. It's better off just making something that you think could work and then testing it and like asking for like feedback, because even if you try and perfect it, it might not be something that the consumers want. So it would be just better off, instead of spending a lot of time just researching this, try it and then learn from that and then redo it.
So what does the typical like work day look like when you guys are working on your venture?
Yeah. So we both, obviously, yeah, we go to ASU. We're both full-time students, and we have like different career paths. But so like for the first half of the day, we both, I'll let you speak on it, but like I just go to class. I work part time for like a pharmaceutical company doing like data stuff that has to do with my major. You're doing
Yeah,
anything?
so like I do like classes with both students, and then I have a part-time job at ASU. I help freshman students just like adapt to like classes and just the campus and everyday life with the Student Success Center. And then usually after that, we both like either Zoom call or meet in person at like around 8 p.m. or later to work on like our venture. So it's definitely like a late night kind of thing in order to get what we
Like
want.
in the
Mhm.
moment, we kind of just like collaborate and see like if we're available that night. If not, just figure it out.
Is there one thing that either of you would go back and do differently on your business journey?
Yeah, kind of like what we touched on earlier is just do it. Like the prototype. Like we're finally figuring that out now. Like we just need to have a prototype out, and that's what we're working on currently. But in the beginning, you know, we were trying to like research, and we spent honestly months of like trying to come up with like a blend of like fabrics and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and realizing we're not going to know until we get in the consumer's hands.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's the biggest advice.
I think we're both overthinkers, and we would always try to like perfect the product by like doing as much research as we can before coming out with it. But some answers, like I think we realize we can just get like by that negative feedback we get like coming out with it. So then we have to just like put our ego aside and just put something out there, accept the negative feedback, and improve on it.
So currently we're working on a website right now, but it's nothing near close to finished. But we both have LinkedIn's. And mine should be, if you look up in LinkedIn Bradley Moren, you'll be able to find that.
Mine's Ilan Chmelnik.